Last week, I told you about a story of the First Dragon Egg War. As I alluded to in that video, there has also been a second Dragon Egg War as well. On the youngest geopolitical server in Minecraft, there have been a total of 5 dragon eggs throughout the server's history. Now, at this point, 2 of these eggs have been fought over, so let's go through exactly what happened in the second Dragon Egg War between Business Bay and the Corvarian Empire. Make sure to comment who your favorite content creator on SMP Earth is, and also, don't forget to subscribe. On day 69, no jokes in the comments please, TimeDeo exploited the Herobrine glitch on SMP Earth. I'm not going to go into great detail about this glitch, but basically you could grind out kills on Herobrine, and when you killed him, you would receive a golden apple. Once again, Dio exploited this and gained a huge stash of golden apples, ready to be used in combat. He showed his stash to the leader of Business Bay, Tommy Innit, and he was shocked to see Dio in possession of such immense power. They then decided that with this newfound power, they should go and attack someone. Who, you may ask? KaraCorvus, the Empress of the Corvarian Empire, was the target, but specifically her dragon egg. Tommy and Dio discussed why they would target her, and narrowed it down to a few reasons. Kara was not a nice person. Kara had claimed a massive amount of land for no reason, and because of these two factors, it limited the amount of expansion the nation of Business Bay could do. Kara was soon alerted by her chat of the plan being concocted by the Business Bay duo, which caused her to fly back to Constantinople, the capital of the Corvarian Empire, and then hide her dragon egg in her ender chest. She then replaced it with a turtle egg as a joke. Dio was then informed of this action and dragged Tommy into his plane. They took off and flew to Constantinople to meet with Kara. The two Business Bay members would march to the Imperial Palace, stunned with how elegant the landscape and surrounding buildings were. Dio then spotted Kara and swiftly /F-enemy'd her, though she escaped from Dio's attacks. They all joined a voice chat with each other to discuss the slowly brewing conflict. Tommy did not directly say what the duo was after, but Kara and everyone's chats knew. He was there for the dragon egg. Kara then asked the both of them to remove their armor so she could speak to them without doubt of an ambush. Dio declined this request. After this, Tommy continued to try to get a face-to-face meeting with Kara, and eventually convinced her to stand on a nearby balcony. Tommy and Dio then used some stairs to actually get face-to-face with her, and then negotiations began. Tommy then tried to get Kara to unclaim the Corvarian China claim, as he did not want a big claim next to theirs, saying, Hong Kong. Kara stated that Tommy could claim any part of China he wanted, though Tommy refused this offer. During this time though, Dio was asking his chat if they should assassinate Kara. Tommy insisted that the Corvarian China claim should be considered griefing, but Kara still denied this. Dio and Tommy then broke into Kara's room and seized her dragon head, which she did not approve of. Remember how Dio was planning to kill Kara? Well, he and Tommy decided it was to be done. The two Business Bay businessmen would slay the Empress of the Corvarian Empire. They then spawn killed her multiple times while she would request her armor to be returned. Tommy then said that if she wanted her items back, she would have to fork over the dragon egg. Kara denied this offer and logged off. Even after Dio threatened to blow up Constantinople, she did not log back on. She then stated that her items were easily replaceable, and the egg was not. Tommy then asked Kara what they could do and what they could give her in order to obtain the egg. She sat in silence for a second, and she thought, until she stated that it was never gonna happen. She also explained to them that she had to go through a long quest to obtain that egg. She then pointed out that they hadn't even given her a chance to unclaim any land, but they ignored this statement. Dio would then obsidian trap Kara once she logged back on, and claimed that what the businessmen were doing was griefing, not RP. Tommy and Dio then left the voice chat to come up with more ideas to get the egg from Kara. They thought of buying the egg, but Kara simply refused this offer. Kara then used the /F stuck command to escape her obsidian enclosure, but not before Dio broke in and tried to stop her. She punched Dio once and then instantly teleported outside of the palace. She then took off in her plane and circled the palace, ungeared and unarmed. Pete then joined their voice call and made a suggestion: animals. As you can recall, in the first Dragon Egg War, an animal, P-Dog, was used to coax the egg holder into giving the kidnapper the egg. Pete suggested that Kara might have a soft spot for animals, and they took this advice directly to heart. Kara then stated that her dogs were completely off limits for in and out of RP action, as a fan had paid $100 for the naming of that dog. Dio ignored all of Kara's statements and kidnapped Kara's foxes, while Tommy went into a voice chat and told her that your grandchild would be becoming my grandchild. Kara again refused, stating that she would never give away a child. Kara then realized her foxes were being kidnapped and reiterated that the dogs were off limits and she would not RP with them if they continued to take them, but would if Business Bay members handed the foxes back. They denied this and continued stealing the foxes. Kara then said that Tommy was never going to get her egg, RP or not. Dio continued boating the fox away as the two Business Bay members could chat with Pete. Tommy was confused if Kara was being for real or if she was joking, so he asked his chat for help. Through some digging, they found that a viewer had paid lots of money to name the fox something special. Pete then went into Kara's VC to speak to her about the situation on hand. Kara stated that she did not need the Antarctic Empire's charity, but would be okay if he came and helped out. She also stated that everything would turn out okay. Unknown to Business Bay, a storm was arising. A small battalion nicknamed the Simp Army from Log Lagoon was forming. Soft Willie handed Kara all of his gear once they arrived, so she could continue fighting, and also ordered the Simps to go kill Tommy and Dio. Dinkster then recommended they make a flying bomber machine to destroy Business Bay if they did not surrender. The Simp Army then threatened the two Business Bay members with repercussions if they continued to steal Kara's fox. Dio rode around the sea and said if Kara wanted the fox back, she could simply give them the egg. Pete then joined their VC and told them that Kara would take it very personally if the fox got injured, and Dio then restated that all she had to do was give him the egg. Dio continued rowing through multiple oceans and seas as Tommy attempted to negotiate with the Simp Army and Kara, but to no avail. Tommy then said he would either take the Dragon Egg or Hong Kong in return for her fox, but Kara again stated that Tommy was free to claim any part of China. Tommy then noticed that Log Lagoon had /F enemied them and accused the group of simping. Soft Willie denied this claim, but Ink T was open to it and agreed. They were confused as to why their allies would help their enemy and change sides so suddenly. Dio's chat though was begging him to kill the fox, but Dio had some morals and denied this cry. Dinkster then suddenly ambushed Dio, but Dio was able to row away with his boat. Then the Simp Army attempted to attack Tommy, but also missed the chance as Tommy got in his plane and flew away. Tommy then got serious and told Kara they would kill the fox if they did not hand over the egg immediately. This angered Kara and the Simps even further. Kara responded to this by making fun of Tommy and Pete's last place placement in Minecraft Saturdays, which angered Tommy and caused him to attempt to get Bitzel online. She then told Tommy that they should go after the Antarctic Empire because they have 2 eggs and she only had 1. Josh A20, the server god, then logged on, which gave hope to Kara. She told them all that Josh would smite them, though he ultimately did not, because the fox was in close proximity to Dio, and if he did smite them, it would cause Kara's fox to die. Tommy then defined Business Bay as stealing and ransoming, causing Kara to state, "I don't negotiate with terrorists." An attempt to barter for Business Bay's friendship was also rejected, with Kara saying, "Your friendship is not worth my grandchild." I will now read an excerpt from the wiki because I believe that they beautifully wrote this last part. During this time, Dio continued to be chased around by his adversaries. As they drew near, he warned them that should they break the boat, he would kill the fox. Tommy was then just sort of done with the situation and wanted to return all that he took from Kara, including the fox. Dio was unwilling to give up the fox, just like any anime protagonist. He did not want to give up. They joined a global VC, and Tommy came ashore to return the items he had. Tommy then messaged Dio that he should return the fox as it had a 0% chance of becoming content. Dio stated that he would not kill it. but that he actually wanted to stash it away for negotiations at some point in the future. Dio then landed in a chunk of Kievan rust and boxed the fox in with stone, and then claimed the chunk so that no one could break it. A creeper nearly killed the fox, but Snowball survived, with little health. The Simp army and Kara then arrived to attack in a lone Dio. Though his armor and weaponry were too powerful for the allied forces to handle, they tried to coax Dio to fight them by telling him Soft Willie had no armor and it was all on Queen Kara. There was a standoff between Dio and the Simp army members. I'm going to read an excerpt from the wiki. Dio then plotted with his chat to defend the area with water. Dio would then walk around the area pursued by others, with Tommy briefly logging back in. Dio would then cover the box with water, prompting Dingster to attack the former several times. The stalemate resumed after Dio backed away from the box. He also added that he didn't have enough enchantment bottles for a lengthy battle. He analyzed the situation, noting that he refused to fight under these circumstances. Tommy joined back briefly during a fight between Dio and Dingster, though Dio was reassured that he would be fine, and the fox was secured. Dingster gave an ultimatum to Dio: remove the land claims within his territory within 24 hours, or he will suffer consequences. Dio accepted, explaining he would definitely move it within a day's time, but only if everyone was over 1,000 blocks away from the area. Soft Willie and Dio had a brief punch fight, though nothing came of it. Dio continued to analyze the situation, stating that neither Kara nor himself were willing to budge. Dio commented that if he killed Kara, he would be surrounded and attacked by several other players. Dio would kill Kara and Isaac in battle, though he was ultimately forced to barricade himself in within a bunker in his claim. Dio would also nearly kill Soft Willie with a fall trap, though the latter would log out. Dio escaped immediately after the group moved away and flew back to Business Bay to collect enchantment bottles to repair his armor. Dio stacked up on pearls, EXP bottles, and armor sets and flew back to the Fox's prison in Kievan Rus with Bitzel. They had several small fights once they arrived, and they also killed Kara a few more times, until Dio felt bad and gave Kara all of her gear back, but once again, not the Fox. The Simp army then attempted to create multiple flying machines to breach the prison, but to no avail as Dio and Bitzel would ambush them and halt their progress. After some more talking, and a flying machine actually reaching the wall of the prison, Kara flew to Business Bay along with Dio, so he could give her her items back. Kara then arrived back at the Fox's prison and was met by Soft Willie, who tried to convince Kara to double-cross Dio, but at that point, everyone was done fighting and just wanted to go home. Dio unclaimed his land in Kievan Rus, and Kara also retrieved her fox and brought it back to the Corvarian Empire. This concludes the second Dragon Egg War, and all the Dragon Egg Wars up to this point, but I'm going to take my leave now. Thanks for watching.